So, thank you very much for joining. This is not like the usual Otaku Emi live stream. This is a once in, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime, but it's not every day that we have a total and complete revamp of our website. And I am very, very, very excited to be sharing this with you guys. So, before I start off, it would be absolutely wonderful if you guys can share this on your Facebook feed so that more people can be aware. I would be greatly indebted to you guys. Thank you very much for everyone who has already tuned in, but it'll be wonderful if we can get even more people to join in. Now, if you know someone who really wanted to catch this but didn't get much of a chance, don't worry. We are recording this entire live stream and we will be definitely posting it up on YouTube. It should also go up on Facebook as well. And we will do our best to also put it up on IGTV. So do look forward to that. Now, this live stream is a little bit different. So we're usually taking questions and answers and interacting with you guys. This is more of a one-way street. So it's kind of an announcement live stream. So you guys might have questions and you might throw them up in the chat, but we actually won't be addressing the questions per se. We have kind of a set schedule. We're going to go through it and announce everything to you guys. In future live streams, we will be very happy to take your questions and answers, so look forward to that. And I think what I want to move on to is actually talking a little bit about why do we have this project of this new website. So mainly there are two pain points that we had with the old website. And I think if you are an Otaku Emi customer, you know that the main one is performance. My God, was our website slow. I mean, it was so slow. It's kind of funny. We ran some tests on some website testing software that gives you a score of how the website performs. And some of those literally gave up. Like they waited, they tried to process, and then they said, whoa, this is just way too slow. So obviously this is not something that we want our customers to experience. We want it to be a lot better. We want it to be much more of a positive experience. And so the main pain point from a customer's point of view was actually how slow the website is. And so you can expect a blitzy, very fast website that doesn't have any of these issues in the future, near future, if I may add. Another pain point, but this is more on our end of things, is actually that we have some really nice content on the existing website that we feel isn't getting enough traction. Primarily, things like our blog. We have actually an active blog with very nice content, but we feel because it's kind of hidden somewhere behind the link in the corner, that's why a lot of you guys actually don't venture out in that area of our website to actually experience that. So these are the two main pain points that we wanted to fix. Now, we're not just about fixing things that we don't like. It's also about adding new stuff. And the new website has a lot of very positive content for you guys, and I cannot wait to share some of this stuff with you. So the new website has been actually in development for quite some time. It's something like 15 or 16 months in development. And so it's not something we thought about like last week. So we've been at it for quite some time. But there was a lot of custom coding that we needed to do, so it's not simply a graphical difference or a different layout. It's a lot more than simply that. So what we will be doing during this live stream is we will actually give you guys a preview of the website. Now, what we will be previewing is not the final version, but it is very close. So a little bit of cosmetic tweaks here and there, but the structure of the website is largely intact. Now, if we actually switch over right away and not waste much time into what your new Otaku ME website is like, this is what we are looking at. There we go. Right? Yes? Can you guys see it now? If you scroll up, please, Eli. Yep. Still? There we go. Yes, I can see it on my mini live stream as well. So you can now see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, it's nice and clean and uncluttered. And what we have is, if you scroll down a little bit, Eli, we have the blog right there. Right in the center is a tile card. So instead of being a little link somewhere, we have it in the middle. The artwork will change to reflect the type of content of the latest blog post. So when you see a change, it'll be very visible. You'll be able to see the kind of blog content that we have, and you'll be able to go to it directly. Right next to that is Gunpla News. So again, another section where we can share some interesting news from the industry with you guys. Now, if you've been paying attention to the graphic down at the bottom of the screen, you will see that the next point is something that you guys have been asking for a long time, and it is finally here, guys. Loyalty points! So this is an all-encompassing system. It's loyalty points that you can gain on your online purchases as well as your in-store purchases. Now, to redeem online points, you have to obviously be logged in. That will make sure that your purchases are counted towards your loyalty point hoard. And if you walk into one of our stores, it's very nice and simple. All you have to do is you simply share your registered mobile number or your email address with our friendly staff, and they will make sure that they associate your in-store purchase to your online account, and your points will be attached there. Now, how do the loyalty points work? Well, the base model is that for every 10 dirhams you spend, you get 1 loyalty point, and for every 10 points you earn, you get 3 dirhams worth of redemption. So these points can be used while you're checking out to reduce your checkout cart size. So for example, we have a cart right here that we can show you. So if we go to the cart, maybe add a few items. There we go. And we proceed to checkout. And you'll notice in the column right here is a reward points. And you click on that and you can apply the points. It will show you your dirham value as well of how much you can knock off the price. So if you apply it there, you get an instant reflection of your savings on this cart. So this is something that we have, we hear you loud and clear. We know that this is something that people wanted. I do want to kind of point out that we are kind of wiping it clear, and the loyalty point system starts with the launch of the new website. So we will not be kind of doing a historical application of purchases prior to the new website. We thought about it, but the kind of logistics of doing it all, claim and counterclaim, it could get a little bit ugly. And so what we're doing is we're starting it fresh for everybody from the launch of the website. So that is the base model for the loyalty points. Now, what we could do in the future is we could actually adjust the system in your favor. So we might actually do a bit of a promotion where, you need to spend less to earn your 1 point. So instead of maybe a 10 dirham per point, it could be something like an 8 dirham per point adjustment. Or we could actually adjust it on the other side. And so the points you've already accumulated might, for a fixed period of time, count for more than the usual level. So these things are things that we can also play with. The website gives us a lot to kind of play with and give you things that we feel might kind of make sense at a certain time in a given promotion, that sort of thing. Now, loyalty points are largely going to be gained via purchasing. But that's not the only way you can do this. Things like, for example, subscribing to our newsletter could gain you a fixed number of points. Things like writing product reviews can also gain you some points. Now, of course, the system of product reviews is kind of gated. So if you're interested in reviewing a product, you go to the product, you type in your review, whether you like it, whether you don't, what you like about it, what you don't, and you submit it. But it doesn't immediately reflect there. It goes into a queue for our staff to kind of go through and approve or decline the review. This is simply designed so that we make sure that the content is actual reviews, that there's not any kind of, like one-word reviews like amazing. That really doesn't count, guys. We want the reviews to be genuine. We want somebody else who's considering to buy the same kit to actually benefit from your reviews. So this is an extra way in which you guys can can earn loyalty points. Now, another point, and this does require a little bit of explanation, is collector cards. Now, as far as I know, this is actually something that has not been shared or does not really exist in another website. Basically, I was trying to look at what makes us tick as modelers, as hobbyists. And I think the collector in us is alive and present. And so I wanted to kind of nurture that. So the basic concept is, think of it as some kind of a stamp card. But it's a very specific stamp card. The idea is that in time, we will have 4 specific collector cards up and running at any given point in time. And you have, we'll probably start off with something very generous, like a whole 12 months per collector card. So you have 12 months to see how many of those items you can collect. And as you collect those items, there will be tier rewards. And so if we actually go to the website, I can show you this as an example. So the collector card is right here on the landing page. You can click here. Now, to actually fully avail this functionality, you do have to log in to make the collector card function, but you can also view it if you're not logged in. So if we go to the collector card on the left, and we say get this reward, so it'll actually tell you what reward you can gain. And this is basically what it looks like. And so you can see that in this example, we have some items that are already stamped as collected. And in this case, there's a progress bar underneath it. And this customer has already achieved it. So when we first kick off the website, it will be dead simple. It'll be 1 tier reward. So fixed number, maybe say something like buy any 5 out of 10 kits within a 12-month period, and you get your free kit. So as we progress, we can add those tiers, and we could have like 2 tiers. So buy 3 out of the 10 and you get 1 reward, and buy 6 out of 10 and you get another reward. And you can expect something up to maybe 3 tier rewards as we go forward. But we want to kind of ease into it, start things slow, get you guys familiar with the system. Now, the good thing about this is that while you're filling out these collector cards, you're also earning your loyalty points. So it's not like loyalty points don't apply here. They apply to any purchase anywhere. So what I'm trying to do is trying to get you guys to try a series that maybe you didn't really want to try. It's just an extra incentive, because we all know that there are lots of amazing kits in this hobby, and maybe some of them are flying under the radar. Maybe it's things that we don't really notice. Now, if you're more into scale modeling, you really don't care too much about the Gundams, we've got you covered as well. So don't forget, we have up to 4 concurrent collector cards running at the same time. So we'll have your tanks, we'll have your planes, we'll have your scale model cars, sci-fi, that kind of thing will also be in the mix. So there's something to look forward to as well.
How about the accounts, or how to redeem?
Yes, let's show you actually how the redemption works. So if you go to your dashboard, you can see that the reward points actually appear right there in front of you. So you can see the reward points from your loyalty, and you can also see how many collector cards you've joined. So if you've made any purchase, whether you're aware of it or not, so these purchases can also happen not through the collector card interface. You could just be randomly browsing and buy an item that happens to be on a collector card. It will still count towards your collector card. So you can see it here, and you can see that, for example, the milestones in this case is 5 out of 5. So you've already achieved the milestone, and you have a redemption button that you can click to avail your reward. So I hope this is something that is, I'd be really interested in hearing your feedback on this and see whether this concept is something that you can get behind, that you can kind of maybe have an added benefit. So on top of the loyalty points, you're also getting rewards. Now, one more thing that we are introducing with the new website is that we will be kind of opening up our delivery, our distribution, so let's just say, not distribution, but like our network of online sales worldwide. So what we're doing is anywhere Aramex can get the kit to is going to be fair game. And the reason we haven't in the beginning is we kind of wanted to focus on our region. But we started getting a little bit more inquiries from outside of our area, people asking, do you deliver to Holland? Do you deliver to the Philippines? Do you deliver here or there? And so we've had to turn those guys down, and it's not a good feeling. So basically, if the customer sees something and that they're having a tough time finding in their own market, and they will be able to see the Aramex rates, if they're happy to pay the Aramex rate, we are more than happy to oblige. So that is a little bit of extra. And so if you have your local hobby store, we're not expecting to compete on price with them, but maybe your local hobby store doesn't have an item that we have in stock, so it might make sense to kind of pay for the extra shipping charges to get it over to you guys. So I hope that's a nice extra as well. Another thing is the modelers gallery. So we've noticed something is that when we have, whether it's a newcomer, first time coming into Otaku.me, or a regular customer, when we get chatting with them, so what are you guys building? What are you currently on? They very quickly, whip out their mobile phone and they go through their gallery and they show you with a lot of pride, this is what we're doing. Look at what I did. This is how I did this part. This is the technique I applied here. And so there's a sense of community that we also wanted to bring into our website. And so we introduced the concept of the modelers gallery. So let's take a look at that. So if you scroll down, now the usual, by the way, like upcoming and monthly highlights and best sellers. So these kind of features of the landing page are still there, but we've added things like the gallery. So if you click right here on view all, you will get basically a place where you can upload your own work. And there's a form that explains how to do so. So if we click here, you get this pop-up form. You fill in your name and all the details, and there's a little bit of an explanation on how to help us determine what your base kit is. So we don't want to just kind of works as is. We want to showcase to visitors of the website, what did this kit start off as? And if somebody really likes that idea and wants to do something similar maybe, or make changes to it, then they know where to go to as a base product. So you fill in this form and you upload your work. And just like the product review, it goes into a queue. We take a look at that, and it's just to make sure that all the images are appropriate, that we're not getting any kind of bootleg products or anything like that. And once it's approved, it will show up here on the modelers gallery. And what you can also do here is, you can give a like to the kits that you've enjoyed the most, the builds that you've found most fascinating. And that gives us a bit of a tally of, kind of weekly, monthly, yearly best kits. So there's a bit of ranking. So maybe you guys can share something here and then tell your circles to try to upvote your model and see if you can gather enough likes to kind of make it up the rank. So it's another social element of the website that we hope you guys enjoy. Now, we are actually getting close to the end of this live stream. The important thing to talk about is actually what happens next. So this has been a preview. I've shown you guys what the website looks like. So what's next? So the website will be ready in 2023. I'm kidding. We're almost done with it. It actually needs a certain process which I want to explain. So one is a pre-migration. So this pre-migration has to happen in one fell swoop. So during this time, the current website will be in maintenance mode. This starts tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., the website will be placed in maintenance mode. So we expect this to last maybe until around 6 p.m. or something like that of the same day. So during this time, you will not be able to browse the website, and obviously you will not be able to place orders or anything like that. Now, when the website comes back up again, it won't be the new one just yet. It will be still the old one, because following the pre-migration is the actual migration of the databases. Now, this takes something around 10 days time, something like that. And this will happen while the current website is running. And so the bad news is an already slow website might get even slower. So my apologies for that, but it's a necessary evil in order to get through this hurdle. And eventually you will get your super fast website that has all these really rich features. You will have fast response, you will have your loyalty points, you'll have a very visible blog section, the Gundam and plastic modeling news section, you'll have the modeler's gallery, you will have the collector's card. So I hope that this has been a very nice and hopefully exciting insight. I don't know if you can tell, I am really looking forward to you guys having a much better experience with the Otaku ME website. And I just want to remind you once again, if you know someone who would absolutely love this, please do point them to our YouTube channel. It should also go up, a recording of this live stream should also go up on Facebook and hopefully on IGTV as well. Quick reminder, shipping is going to be worldwide with the new system, with the new website. Therefore, there might be someone back home that could also benefit from this. So please do share this as much as you can. And I would like to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for tuning in. Don't forget, there will be future live streams, and during those, we will be taking your questions and answers, and we look forward to hearing from you guys. And as always, and I hope we've demonstrated that at Otaku ME, we always think outside the kit. Thank you very much, and have a good night.